Welcome to the Kickstart program. So these videos are going to be quick snippets of information, what's going to be happening throughout the week. So obviously today's is going to be more of an intro and sort of the setup and how things are going to work. So obviously with it being a 6-week program, it's nothing like sort of black and white, dead set. We want to sort of guide you to do your own things with it, basically. So that is going to make more sense when we get into the program a little bit more. But like I said, today is going to be more about sort of talking about the setup, how the training works, checking calls and things like that. Okay, so we're going to start it off with the basics of like the training. So how the training is going to work. So we've had a few questions on that. If you are a Unit 1 member, nothing changes with your training in the gym. So you'll just carry on that as normal. There will be certain bits of movement, if you like, so there might be some extra mobility work, there might be like step challenges, things like that you can do outside the sessions, but your actual training is going to stay the same. So that's if you're already a Unit 1 member training at the gym. If you're not a Unit 1 member, all your programs are going to be set up on TrueCoach. If you're not familiar with TrueCoach, don't worry, I'll send you a link, you get set up on there soon. Basically it's just an app, and you'll have either a session for the day, or you might even just have a bit of a message for that day, just to fill you in what's going on. Any exercises and things like that, all the videos are on there as well. And then obviously alongside that, it will depend on what equipment you've got, whether you're a member of a gym and things like that. So we'll get into that a little bit further. But basically, you don't need any equipment. If you've got equipment, we'll use equipment. If you're a member of a gym, you'll use a gym membership. That's how we're going to work it. So there's going to be different programs for different people, and like I say, there will be some sort of movement challenges on the on TrueCoach as well, but that'll be for everyone. Okay, so you don't need to do too much with that now. You will once I get an email address, we'll get all that set up, and that'll be pretty self-explanatory as the challenge goes on, or as the 6 weeks goes on. So that's training. That's the basics of the training. Nutrition and sort of like your check-in and your goal setting and stuff is going to be all with G. So I'll pass you on to G now.
So with the tracking progress, obviously, if you've ever done a 6-week challenge before, they might have got you to do all your body measurements, take all your photos, and then do your weekly measurements throughout the week and try and get the biggest loss within that 6 weeks. And we're going to do it a little bit differently. You can still do all your measurements, that's completely up to you. If you want to track them, you can log them all on TrueCoach as well. But again, completely up to you whether you want to do them. The aim of this one is not to kind of shed the most amount of fat that we can or see the greatest change. It's more about building up the habits so that long term we can kind of keep chipping away towards those changes, but also maintain them as well. So the main way that we're actually going to track progress is through a check-in. So we'll send out a link. On that link, it will take you to a check-in form. And on that form will just be a few little questions. It shouldn't take much longer than 5-10 minutes. Just reviewing your week. So reflecting on everything that you've done, reflect on how you feel about it, and then where you want to take that next week as well. And then at the bottom of that, there'll be a section for any question and answers, and then we'll follow that up with another video, which will be a live video, and answer any common questions there. So in those live videos each week as well, we'll have a different topic that we'll talk over and touch on to help you set new goals for that next week, that coming week. And then again, it'll be that check-in form, review, questions, and the next topic again for the next week. Excuse me. In terms of nutrition, that will be part of the topics that we'll talk about, and then also part of the non-negotiables. So we won't be following a plan or anything, but just kind of take each week as it comes. Don't worry about doing anything drastic, just literally just almost like forget everything that you already know, and then just listen to us each week and just build upon that. So don't try and rush into it, just literally just take it as it comes. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
So we spoke about non-negotiables there. Obviously it sounds like there's going to be loads getting thrown at you. There's not. There's going to be basically training, nutrition, and then a couple of little challenges that sort of we're going to set, that are going to set like the basics for what you can carry on doing longer term as well. So non-negotiables, these are sort of like small things that you can do every day, whatever you're doing for that day. So I always say, can you do it on your best day? Can you do it on your worst day? Worst day might be something where there's everything gets thrown at you, you run out of time to do all the stuff that you want to do, but can you still tick off 2 or 3 non-negotiables? So that's what I would define as non-negotiable, and we keep these simple. So for week 1, we're going to set you 2 non-negotiables. These are for everyone. As the weeks go on, you will sort of factor in your own sort of more personalised ones. But for this week, non-negotiable number 1 is going to be drink 2 litres of water. Non-negotiable number 2 is going to be move for 15 minutes a day. So that 15 minutes of movement per day, that's going to come on or it can come into on TrueCoach. That can count as your training session. So if you're training at the gym or wherever, that you'll do more than 15 minutes. It can be a 15-minute walk on your lunch break. It can be 15 minutes of mobility in the morning. It can be whatever. That wants to be your minimum for the 2. Okay, so when we talk non-negotiables, again, it wants to be minimum rather than once you drink your 2 litres, just stop there. That wants to be a minimum. If you can get more, bonus. 15 minutes minimum. If you can get more, bonus. Simple as that. So that's all we're going to set you for this first week. So 2 non-negotiables, drink 2 litres of water, move for 15 minutes a day.
Cool. And if you have any questions on any of that, just drop them in the comments below, and then we'll be with you with a live video next week.